You want to come up and hang? You going to come up here and hang out? Come on. Hello. Oh, I look sad and tired today. What happened to all my eyeliner? It's disappeared. Damn it. Hi. Okay. Now, the one thing I wanted to see, which, god damn it, I don't, oh, community. I bet it's on community. I don't know how to do, is, yes, okay. Different combinations. Okay, good, good, good. Videos. Live. Okay, let me mute, because knowing me. Good. Now I'm going to share. Hi, Steven. I'm going to share because I did not make an event because it's me. And I forgot that Labor Day was this week, which meant that I did not create an event. I thank goodness Steven said something about the polls not showing up. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Tuesday today. God. Okay. We are on. Yes, because it's just, you know, not been the easiest. Oh, I'll go back. The easiest week this week. Not that any week is easy, but yes. Hi, honey. You're going to university in 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I love it. That's so cool. I love, love, love that you're going to university. I feel like I've raised you. All right. I have to say, though, I have got to really quickly go put eyeliner on because I look like I don't have eyes, and I can't do that. So, give me 2 seconds. Because, ew, I can't do it. I can't stop myself to do eyeliner. Working. Okay. Come here. Come on. Come on. There's nobody there. Come on. Come on. Dumbass. You cannot bark. You cannot. You cannot do it. See? Nobody's here. Time to be quiet now. Okay. Whew. Hi. All right. Ty is doing tonight's Tarot Tuesday. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my goodness. All right. I missed you. I missed you too. All right. Hi, Doug, Carrie, Lady Blind Wolf. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. How is everyone? Oh, that's so much better. See, now I have eyes. I don't know how I do it. Okay. Tarot for dogs. Yay. You're studying English literature. I love it. Hi, Emma. Okay. So I did a poll about an hour ago. You guys have to know, I'm so glad that I am who I am and that you guys all know that I'm a mess because that helps a lot. So I did a poll like an hour ago. I posted it. So we're not deciding yet exactly how. You had eyes, you just didn't recognize yourself. Exactly. No, I really feel like I don't have eyes without. That's the only thing I do. The only thing I do is eyeliner. But I have to have eyeliner, else I can't see my eyes. I think I gave 2 different answers. All right. So the polls talk about, oh, and I was going to keep it open, and of course, what we want to be doing on Tarot Tuesday from here on out, at least for the next kind of section of Tarot Tuesday. So there was several options. One is we want to go, were they eyelined? Yes. We want to go forward with Tarot Tuesday from the beginning with, are you coming up here so you can be quiet, or are you going to bark the whole time? What you can do? He doesn't know. So the first, I don't know if it's the first option, but one of the options is we're going to go forward with Tarot Tuesday from the beginning and talk about the numerological meanings of the tarot, which means we will be talking about Marseille style and pip decks, which may be helpful for people. And you cannot. No, you cannot. It's up here, you dork. I got out this is my Marshmallow Marseille. Well, is it called Marshmallow Marseille? Wow, it's been a long time. Marshmallow Marseille. Ooh, I was good. This is my Marshmallow Marseille, and this is to show you that Marseille decks are all very similar. But there's a lot of Marseille decks now out there that purposely kind of make it a little different color and that kind of thing, so that, okay, I got to see it now. Found the whole vaccine business is indeed, oh yeah, Tarot Destroyer, what a dork. That purposely make it so that it's a little bit more interesting. At least it's a little bit different colors, that kind of thing. But it's still Marseille decks. Now, you will recognize, for the most part, the Major Arcana cards, because it's the same Major Arcana cards. The Marseille style came out before Arthur Waite. Actually, Arthur Waite did his style based on the Golden Dawn Tarot. Hi, Sherry. And then the difference comes in really when you get to the we have a special troll that is literally Tarot Destroyer. What a dork. If you like mythology and folk stories, you might like the Canterbury Tales. Ooh, love it. No problem. When you get to the pep cards, you will see that that's when they look different. You know, this is when we get the 4 cups, the 5 cups, that kind of stuff. And that's why we would start going through numerologically what the numerology meanings are, so that when you get a Marseille style deck, you can read it based on the numerology of it. Okay, so we could also incorporate the numerology part with a lot of the decks. Don't forget, I've been kind of on a rant lately about the pop style decks that they've been doing a ton of, that then turn out to be the pip style decks. And that would help you to read based on numerology. Okay. I was thinking, I don't know, I can tell you that I would be learning, I know a lot of the numerological meanings, but I don't read Marseille style decks a lot. So a lot of it would come from, Tom Benjamin has an awesome book called Tarot on Earth, where he talks about the Marseille style. And we would be kind of going through the book and looking at how he teaches, because I've heard it's wonderful. Okay, so that's one of your options. Yes, guide info for the cheat sheet. Yes. Thank you, Sherry, who is putting together. She has made me some graphics and stuff. I'm really excited. So that's one of the options. Another option is we could start with combinations, like card combinations, and what the meanings are, what you can say about when one card is with another. So we could start with talking about, you know, how do you read when one card, when one card is with another. I said that already, Jen. So if you're going to, like, let's say if you have the Hermit card and it comes up with the 3 of Cups card, how do you read that together? What kind of tarot combinations can we come up with, different Connections. I'd love to see if there's multiple numerological connections to one tarot card, analyzing it in every context. Yes, and we could do that too. We could go through the deck again and talk about numerologically and the Marseille style, and talk about AE Waite, what it means AE Waite style. I'm afraid that it might get confusing if we do both at the same time, though, because like it would be fairly easy with most of the major arcanas, but it's when you get to the pip style part that a lot of those meanings are, some of them are very similar, but a lot of those meanings can be a little bit different. So I'm afraid if we try to put them together, it would be kind of confusing. We could, but I don't know. Well, we'd have to see how it worked. We could try it though. I also said start over and do completely different decks and completely different learning tools and kind of do readings. We could always come on with a person, a live querent, like Stephen said he would come on and be a live querent. We could do a reading at the end of every live and go walk through that reading and say, this is how, you know, you might read somebody if this card comes up. I did get a couple of new tools to help beginner readers. One of them, and I haven't shown these yet, one of them is, this is called Practical Tarot Wisdom. This is based on the RWS system. Even though I have a tarot deck but prefer my pendulum, it's easier to read due to my ADHD. I get that, Hannah. I totally get that. This is a really good deck to use if you're a beginner, because it goes through a very simplified kind of story on each card. So let's look at the Fool. The Fool says, don't let worry hold you back. It's time to take that leap into the wild unknown. Let your innocence be your guide. You can dance off a cliff knowing that you will either bounce or fly. Either way, you've changed your luck simply by taking a chance at something new. So this is literally like a tarot deck that gives you a good idea, almost a little paragraph, like a simplified paragraph of what the meaning is for that card. And that goes through every single card. So even when you get to the minor arcanas, it still has a paragraph for you. Ever feel like, okay, so this is the Eight of Swords. Ever feel like your thoughts were all out to get you? This card reminds you to open your eyes. You may be navigating tricky paths, but remember, you got yourself in so you can get yourself out. Question negative thoughts. Who is giving them power over you? So that's one of the tools that we could use if we were going to start from the beginning and kind of do readings together, maybe at the end of each session. Hi, Kim. The other tool that I got is called the Apprentice Tarot Deck. And again, I was trying to find different teaching tools so that if we wanted to start over, we could have different things to look at besides like the book that we've used this whole time around and the beginning and end decks. What are they called? Before and after tarot. We have some different tools to use. This one has, and the other thing we haven't done is reversals. Although if you're a beginner, it's hard to work with the reversals as well. But this has both, has some keywords on the upright. And then it also has, I'm not playing with you. You're just too cute. Look at, he's like, yes, yes, you are, Mom. I'm here to play. I am doing a video. They are all here to hear me talk about these cards. So if you would like to come up and hang out and go lay down, that would be okay. But I'm not playing. He's like, yes, I'm going to make you play, damn it. Post it on the group page. See? And the more you do it, the better it is. I'm not playing. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring you in with Daddy. He wants to be on the live too. He is on the live, but he's a little too vocal right now to be on the live. So anyway, this has upright keywords. So, and then it also has reversal keywords. So if you were learning reversals, this is a good deck to have because it has both. And I've gone through it and I kind of liked the keywords. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. He's like, yes, you are. All right, I'm going to bring him back to the bedroom. Give me 1 second. Because you... No, I'm not playing with you. I'm literally on my video and he's barking at me and nipping my elbows. I'm like, no! Now Daddy can deal with his playing. And did you all hear his gallop? Doesn't he sound like a horse? All right. It's Tyro Tuesday. That's right. He's a big gay bright colored wolf named Gay Wolf who pricked his eyes up at the center of time. Oh, that's hilarious. I love a series on different tarot decks and how they represent powerful female figures in their artwork. That's awesome. It's Tyro Tuesday. Okay. So that's another tool that we could use if we were looking at RWS decks. We could use people who didn't mind coming on like at the end for readings to say, okay, if we were doing a reading for you, how would we read these cards coming up and talk about what cards come up and how the different... Like if Stephen came in with me and I said, okay, these are the cards we're getting for Stephen. We could all say, okay, what do we think these cards mean together? And talk a little bit about what combinations we can see. You can, before I do any kind of reading, we could talk about what you guys see. If you see any correlation in the cards together. And then I would love to then say, okay, if Stephen said, I want a love tarot reading, what would be different about that? If Stephen had said, I want a work tarot reading, what would we say differently about that? We could do that also. Now you know how I felt with Sonny, the Sheltie I had at the beginning of 2020 in my lives. He's so funny. I know he's trying to cast his Tarot Tuesday vote. Yes, I know. I feel, all right. So part of this is I feel terrible because he's so big and we have a lot of dogs around here. I know you guys have heard my stories about how he got away from me and he went after the dog across the street and stuff. So we have a lot of dogs around here and some of them are not always on leashes. And if we go walking with him and another dog comes up to tie, that's going to be a problem. Even though it wouldn't be his fault if he really bit into another dog and stuff, I would feel horrible. And I don't want to put him through that and I don't want to put myself through that. So we do not get a chance to walk him a whole lot. We really need to. And so I'm going to start to take him on walks to the canal. I just worry about what if there's dogs at the canal too, but it's a different thing. All right. Anyways, so live querent, we can have a live querent. We can have combinations. What else did I say? Start over and look at numerology and important combos. We are going to try to do the cheat sheets and examples of what happens if they come up. So there's 2 polls. There is a poll on YouTube and there is, and I think the poll should come up on your homepage, I think. Deity readings. Yes. Deity readings. If you want to, I believe you should be able to add, at least on Facebook for sure, a suggestion. And if you can't add a suggestion on YouTube, you can comment in there if the suggestion that you're thinking of is not in there. So make sure that in the next, 3, 4, 5 days you guys go and cast your vote so we know at least what to start with. Now, that does not mean if we get the most people saying one thing, we'll probably start with that. That doesn't mean that all the rest of them are out. We can go through all of them. It'll just be a matter of, which we start first, or maybe we can do a combination of some of them. I'm thinking we might start with the combinations of cards, like correlating cards together, because it should be a fairly short series. Not that it'll be super short, but we can kind of go through some of the main ones for sure in about 3 or 4 weeks, probably. I swear we did at least one where we talked about some combinations. It's hard to go through all of the combinations, because then we'd be like, okay, the Fool with this, the Fool with this, the Fool with this, the Fool with this. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? But we could. That would just take a really, really long time. Yeah, we did the Directioner topic. Yep, we did. I tend to do readings to my 4 god spouses, modern pop culture deities, and sometimes it's hard to figure out who's talking through the reading. Ooh, I bet. Especially if you have 4 male figures, it would be hard to narrow it down. Sometimes it would be super easy, and then sometimes it would be like, who is this? That would take years. Yes, it would. Today, we're doing the Fool with, let's say, the first 5 cards. So we're doing the Fool with the Magician, the Fool with the Empress, the Fool with the High Priestess, the Fool with the Emperor, and the Fool with the Hierophant. Next week, we'll do the Fool with the Lovers, the Fool with the Chariot, the Fool... Yes. Yes, that would take a really long time. But there are some that are known. Like, there's some combinations that people go, oh yeah, when this comes up with that, so there are some that are fairly common. Maybe we could incorporate that together. Like, let's say we're doing the Fool. Okay, let's say we leave out the numerological. Not that I'm saying we're not going to do numerological, but maybe I could try to do numerology. Like I said, the problem is if we're going to do the Marseille style numerology, I hate to do that even on the same day as the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, because I don't want to confuse you, and it can be very different. There's a lot of cards that are similar, but some of them can be quite different. So I would hate, especially beginners, I would hate to confuse Marseille and RWS. You know what I mean? Majors would take too long, much less the minors. Yeah, it would really take a really, really long time. Look at I have to get a new. So let's say we were doing the Fool, though. We could do the Fool, talk about some of the major themes of the Fool and that kind of thing. And then rather than show different decks of the Fool, we could talk about like major combinations. Like, when the Fool comes up with this card, that's a pretty known combination. And it usually means da-da-da-da. We could do that. And then next week is the Magician. And major combinations with the Magician is da-da-da-da. And is the Fool and the Magician the same as the Magician and the Fool? Ooh, Steven, you're getting deep now, boy. Deep, deep, deep. It depends on how you read, right? Are you reading like a past, present, future kind of reading? Are you just laying down the cards and you usually just read them together as a whole? How are you reading? Ooh, we've got lots of cool, trolls tonight. We must be really threatening people. Yeah, that's 2 tarot trolls, like specifically tarot trolls. Cool. So it definitely depends on how you're reading that, right? Okay. Now, I had some other things I was going to talk about. First of all, if you're interested in Marseille, I will say I highly recommend Tom Benjamin's book. I have maybe 3 or 4 specifically Marseille style decks. I have lots of what I call the in-betweeners. The in-between RWS and Marseille, because they started out like RWS and then I feel like they got lazy. I don't think all of these people that made these decks are trying to make Marseille style decks. I feel like they went through the major arcanas and then got lazy and said, I don't feel like illustrating the rest of them. Or I don't feel like finding characters from Star Trek that go along with the all of the minor arcana. If I thought that they all were Marseille style decks, that would be one thing. But the energy that I feel from them is not Marseille style energy. It is RWS energy that got lazy, which is why I have such a hard time with them. There's other decks. Like I specifically got out. This is a deck. I don't know if any of you are aware of this deck. This deck is called the English Magic Tarot. This specifically is a deck that I feel is very much the energy of a Marseille style deck. So I'm okay with the fact that this it doesn't have Pippish cards. I'm crazy. I'm thinking of a completely different deck. Shit. Never mind. I totally thought this was. Well, then I don't feel like buying their deck. I know, me too, right? Would you read Wild Unknown as a Pip or Marseille? See, now, again, Emma, here we go. There are some, I think Wild Unknown seems to me like an RWS deck. There are not some of the, and one of the telltale signs is the Justice card, where they put the Justice card. So Marseille style decks normally put the Justice card in a different place. And I'm not going to ruin it and tell you where, although if you know it, you know. And I'm trying to remember where the Justice card is in the Wild Unknown. I feel very RWS energy, though, usually with Marseille or with Wild Unknown. And I will say, who is it? Whoever originally did the colored version where they kind of colored in. Thanks, Leah. Where they colored in the Wild Unknown tarot, the minors in the Wild Unknown. It made more sense to me, and I got it more. But I will say that I feel like it's more RWS. Justice is not in RWS place. It's not. Oh, well, then I'm wrong. Which is weird because what's the other card? Hold on, let me see if I can figure out by looking at my there's another card that energy wise I usually am like, oh, this has to be a Marseille. Let me remember what card that is. And I'm not talking about strength just because there's the two that are switched. Oh, I'm going to go crazy. I always think of the Harry Potter deck. That's the deck for me that I'm always like, okay, that says Marseille style. But I have to be careful because my brain is thinking of it because the Harry Potter deck is not a Pip deck, but it is a Marseille deck, which is one of the few like fully illustrated Marseille decks. So yes, there are some, but Yeah. That's all right. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because that's a whole different rabbit hole. I think I'm curious because I don't know enough about Marseille decks now. I want to look into, or maybe I'll just ask Tom. Tom is a very nice person in real life. So maybe I'll ask him since I know he knows about it. I feel like there is Marseille decks out there that are not Pip style. There's a few at least. But now I'm like, are they not Marseille style decks? Is there a third type of deck that I keep thinking this is a Marseille style deck because it's Pip, but it really isn't. And now I'm like, come on, Jen. I so feel like I know this. And now I feel like I'm losing my mind. Yep. And it's totally gone. I'm going to write down, ask Tom about third type of deck. Ask Tom about non-Pip Marseille. Okay. So anyways, let's move on. I am going to tell you right now that no matter what we do, starting next week, we will start from the beginning of it. And I feel like we will, not all Pip decks are Marseille. See, is there a third type though? Or is it that they all just got lazy, Stephen? Did they take the Pips from Marseille and get lazy? Because if they're going to say they're an RWS deck and then have Pips, they're mixing the two. Right? Thoth? Is Thoth? Oh, now we're talking about a whole different thing. All right, I'll look it up. I'll at least have an answer for you all by next week. Now before I lose my mind, whichever one of my four just said, I guess the rabbit hole of decks. This is just the iceberg. There's a technical difference. Oh, see? I will at least have an answer for you, I promise, by the time we come back next Tuesday. Okay. I don't know where that looks terrible. That's a little better. Okay. So I think we should probably say right off the bat that no matter what we do, we're going to try to combine a little bit. Because even if I just start with combinations, I would like to be able to do more than just combinations. So we can talk about this is what this card means. And some of the major combinations that this card is known for is da, 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 da. Maybe we can do... Hi, Deb. Maybe we can do Marseille style numerology on a different day. And that will at least keep me on 2 days a week. Right? I want to say, and now I have to look up, but I want to say that I did start numerology. I know that I at least started a video. I know it was at my grandma's house. So it was probably 3 years ago, at least, that I started a numerology series. I don't know if I actually got through it. If y'all know me, you know, sometimes I stop halfway through a series and I don't finish. My vote was for numerology, but I'd love a bit of multi-card combined meanings. Cool. Marseille hurts my brain. I know. I will say though, Deb, it does me too. Although I did get the Marshmallow Marseille deck, which I love that deck because at least it's brighter colors. And I will say that Tom Benjamin is a master at least making it palatable. Like, he's really knowledgeable about it. And so his book on it is really good about it. Yeah. Okay. let's talk about, first of all, I do want to say a couple things. Stephen's daily reads have been amazing. And I try to watch them every morning. But Stephen, Sound of an Ocean Wave. If you guys need a morning pick-me-up, when you get up in the morning, it's usually less than 10 minutes. It's like 6, 7, 8 minutes sometimes. He does a morning draw, and it's really good. And it always starts my day off well when I'm able to start with it. Sometimes I am not great at it. If I'm have invoicing day, or like today was packing day because yesterday was Labor Day, which is why I kind of forgot that today was Tuesday. So take a look at Stephen's daily draws because they're really good. And he's always right on. He's so funny. I love Stephen because he doesn't think he's as good as he is. He's a bit too hard on himself, like we all are, but he's really good at it. Really good. So definitely check him out. All right. The other thing, I know what I was going to say. Yeah. Okay. The other thing to watch for is that I am starting to go through my decks. And I'm going to have a bunch of decks that I will either trade, or I'm going to probably start having giveaways of decks, or trades, or that kind of thing. I was going to do it. Some of them I started to try to sell on my show, and it's a different audience there. It's more crystals. So, anyways, I'm going to start tonight by giving away a tarot deck. This is the tarot deck that I'm giving away. This is called the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. This is one of John Holland's deck. He has a couple of them. And this deck has a great book, is almost like brand new. It's one of those decks that I got for teaching, and I never used. So it has all the chakras. It's got chakra cards on there. And then it starts with the Fool card, which became Trust. And then the Magician. The issue with this is that you have to know the cards. It's really good to get the meanings of the cards down, but it doesn't tell you the traditional titles of the cards. So we are going to start with this one, though. If you are interested in getting this deck, hi Bob. Let's say, how do I want to give this away? I should have thought about that before now, probably, right? Let's say if you aren't in the United States, you may need to give me a couple bucks for shipping. It shouldn't be too bad because it's not a huge deck, unless you're in Australia. Australia right now is horrible. I will let you know. It is like at least $30 just to ship anything to Australia, because it has to be shipped International Priority Express, I think it is. So it's crazy. If you want this deck, though, when this video ends, I want you to put in the comments what your vote is for the next group of what we're doing. And then I have an idea. And then I need to know how to get a hold of you. So if you are not on Facebook and I don't have you as a friend, or at least you're in my group on Facebook, I need your email address. So leave your email address also. Okay? Can you do that? So email address and what your vote is for how we proceed with Tarot Tuesday. Okay. I realize this is like a super short. I really missed you guys, but I forgot it was Tuesday. So those of you who have just come on, understand it's me. I really, because of Labor Day, we just packed today. So I spent all day thinking today was Monday until Steven said, I don't see the polls up. It's a good thing you all know me. I really miss you guys, though. And I keep saying I'm going to be on more. And it's, you know, we're starting to pack the house up again. So, yay. Aw. I love coming on and saying hello to you guys, which is why I wanted to go on. Sometimes I don't come on because I'm like, oh shit, I didn't prepare enough. But there's so much going on lately, and the full moon is coming Saturday. Don't forget, the full moon is in Pisces, so it's coming Saturday. Mabon is the 22nd of this month, which I have a whole series on Mabon. Mabon is one of the Sabbats that I really love. So I've done a lot of videos on it. So if you don't know anything about it, or you don't know enough about it, you can look back on previous videos. I will try to do a Mabon video again this year, though, and switch it up a little bit as best I can. But I do have a lot of Mabon videos. I do. So take a look, because I know one year I did like 4 or 5 Mabon videos alone. Full moon is in Pisces this Saturday. Yes, yes, yes. It is. And it is a good energy, finally. I feel like hopefully that'll be switching up some of the retrograde energy that we've been feeling. However, the 9th, which I think is Thursday the 9th, starts Mercury retrograde again. And it goes to like October 1st, I think. So hang on. We're starting with Mercury again. Yes, also the harvest moon. Yes, yes, yes. I know. Mercury retrograde again. But I feel like with everything else in retrograde, maybe this Mercury retrograde won't be so bad. Am I wishful thinking it? I really feel like I'm wishful thinking. But I might not be. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe, perhaps. It'll be okay. So if you want to win this deck, when this video is over, comment down below how you want us to proceed, what your vote is on how to proceed for Tarot Tuesday. Come back next Tarot Tuesday and I'll announce what wins, and we'll start. We'll start with what wins. And we'll keep going. You've prepared nothing. Oh no. A lot of spiritual bullshit I went through this year was all in retrograde. There is a whole lot in retrograde. So I maybe that'll cancel out. Maybe the retrogrades will cancel each other out. On my day off, I just took my altar apothecary part last night, cleaned everything. Yes, Mabon is the perfect time to do that. The trolls did stay away, Leah. They really did. I'm so proud of them. They usually don't come on after like the first half hour because they're too lazy to come back. All right. I love you guys so much. We'll get there. In the meantime, try to be patient with me too. I am packing up to move again, probably at the end of October is my guess, although I'm still not certain. I don't know where I'm moving yet. We're still trying to find someplace to live. So it's a bit stressful, but you know, it'll be okay. We're getting there, and it's all going along. Life is okay. All right. I love you guys. I adore you. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to vote. If you're interested in this deck, comment afterwards, and I'll pick one and send it to you. Love you.